you've become kind of this go-to in the community for people who say something bad's happening to me online, I don't know what to do, and they just kind of call you up.
Yeah, that's really your fault, I think.
Why is that?
You called me and you asked to come in and do a piece on revenge porn.
Chris Hadnagy specializes in cybersecurity. It's why I brought him in a couple years ago to talk about the rise of revenge porn. It's a disturbing type of harassment where women's nude photos are posted online without their consent, usually by a former boyfriend or a partner.
There's a rich community of just naked photos being bought and sold.
Most of the time, these guys are harvesting these and trading them like baseball cards. After that aired, I was getting dozens of emails a week. It was pretty shocking.
What did you do when women called you and said, my naked photos have been put out there without my consent, I can't get them down, I've lost control?
It was hard because I tell you, a lot of times there was no answer because the answer was something illegal. I'm not a vigilante. I can't break the law to do good things. So I would simply try to comfort them and tell them, I'm sorry, but here's some legal means you can do.
It wasn't just women reaching out. One of Chris's friends asked for his help tracking down a suspected child predator.
It was through social engineering I was able to help locate this guy's home address and proof that he was bringing children in from a foreign country into America.
How did you use cybersecurity skills to help figure that out?
So instead of hacking computers, we hack people. Social engineering, I define it as any act that influences a person to take an action that may or may not be in their best interest.
Chris is one of the leading social engineers in the country. He goes by the nickname Human Hacker.
We were able to find that he had public social media profiles that looked like he was the happy family man that he wanted everyone to believe. But then he had other social media profiles that were risky, and they had pornographic images and other things on them. So we said, okay, we need to find out if this flight that he was taking was actually bringing children back from a foreign country. So I portrayed as his assistant. So I made a pretext up. I put a crying baby in the background when I made the call.
Yes, I do see a ticket in the system for him.
Okay, superb. So what I need to confirm is that he's going from, and that there's 2 other tickets that will be children that are booked with him. Do you see that?
Let me take a look. I'm not sure if I can tell you that.
No, listen, I understand. Like I said, I'm driving to the doctor right after my kid. I don't know how your boss is, but when he gets upset, it can really be bad. I know none of this is your problem, but I could just really use a break today.
Okay, hold on. Okay, listen. I do see his ticket is going from to on, he does have 2 tickets, and those seats are right next to him, so you don't have to worry about that. Do you want those confirmation numbers?
That was step 1. The next step was finding the suspect's home address. To do that, Chris called nearby rental car companies, hoping that this man would have rented a car when he landed, and they'd have his address on file.
And I called this Tony from Al's Pizza and said this guy was in here and he had his iPad, and I wanted to return it to him. So this iPad looks brand new. So he's probably freaking out, thinking he lost it somewhere, and it's passworded and locked up, so it's probably not even online. But I don't know, how do I get this back to him? Like, if I had his address, I can ship it to him. So what if I give it to you, and you look up his address and you ship it back?
I'm sorry, man. We can't take responsibility for those items unless we find them in the car. Let me think. So I'm not supposed to do this. But what if I gave you his address and you just mail it back?
Chris, you're a genius. And we were able to then have confirmation numbers and his home address. And with the other proof that we had from his social media, we turned that over to law enforcement. And a sting operation was put in place, and he's in jail.
According to Chris, all his tactics are legal. He only calls from states with one party recording consent, and he never asks for credit card or account numbers, so he can't be accused of fraud.
You took a lot of these experiences and that feeling you got from being able to help women, from being able to help children, and that all kind of manifested itself in the Innocent Lives Foundation. So the concept came up is to band together our community, my community of hackers, people that we can know, vet, trust,
that have skills and use those skills to uncover, unmask these anonymous people online that are hurting children. We need coders, people who can develop software to help with plugins and other software to keep our workers safe. We need people who are like me, like social engineers, that can find anyone online to be able to search not only the open web but the dark web and to find where these people are hiding.
The foundation launched in July. They now have over 100 cybersecurity experts signed on to donate their skills.
We successfully have uncovered 3 so far from those forums, and literally to the point of know their date of birth, their home address, their phone numbers, and know everything about them.
How exactly do you make sure that hackers aren't using their skills and getting themselves in legal trouble or being in possession of child pornography or all of those legal issues you have to deal with while trying to do good?
Having this virtual desktop infrastructure so that way all the work they're doing is on a machine that cannot store images. It does not cache them. It does not download them. I need to have full log that they can duplicate and take to a court of law and get a warrant. Our ultimate goal is to create a framework where this can be done safely without the researcher having psychological damage, without having to see the filth that is out there.
A lot of hackers I've met, some people do it to make money, some people hack because they just feel this is the most fun thing in the world. Why do you do it?
I have a skill set that actually can do something. I feel compelled to do it for my daughter, for the kids out there that are targeted by predators.